in hand to kick us off for this gold medal match in weekend 1, day 2 of the HSBC Sevens Challenger Series, and they managed to get ball back, and as I say so, holding onto the ball on the ground, so Kenya get ball.
Getting their poachers in over the ball. Well done by the Kenyan Lionesses. They're going to start with a scrum.
I think it was Sneida Nyachio that got her hands in there and made a mess of it for Argentina, because once they do get ball in hand, they're half dangerous. They've looked dangerous all weekend, perhaps in their semi-final being tested a little bit against Colombia. Defense being tested, and here she goes, Judith Okomu. She's been quieter than usual, has Judith Okomu, but she's really just gone through her processes. Nyachio gets ball, and now they look to go out wide. Sharon Alma has shown us this entire weekend how much gas she's got in the tank, and it's been so good. Defense standing strong for the Argentines at the moment. Inside-out defense to press up and force the ball to go wide. Now the tackle being made by Azul Medina.
Tackle!
Eventually gone to ground, Faith Lavoie. Now they look to go wide. Sheila Kajira into the hands, always going in with the fence, staying on their feet.
So this is where they're good. Their post-contact meters, they make contact, they advance the ball 5-10 meters every time.
Not afraid to go the direct route, the Kenya Lionesses. As we say that, the step back on the inside from Faith Lavoie, just sapping energy out of the Argentines at the moment. Now they want to go wide. The fake on the boot by Grace Okolu, and we said that she is a game changer. Grace Okolu with the silky skills to get in for Kenya for their first.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. We spoke about her and her phenomenal work that she does for this team. She's shaped as if she was going to kick the rugby football. It was all a dummy, and she's going to try and knock this over. She does, gets her 2 points. The captain for Kenya Central. The gap opened, and away she went. It's the ability to draw the defense in through the contact point and then to find the space like they did there through their captain.
Well, the confidence to just show off some skills, shape for a kick, and then get ball back in hand and accelerate into space, immediately putting the Argentines on the back foot, but that's not going to go 10. One of many we've seen.
Inexcusable, cannot make that kind of mistake at finals time. Give the initiative to your opposition. Pedroza.
Pedroza with that tap and play, and Maria Taladred dropping a shoulder, committing to the tackle. Ball is available though. Pedroza again, the captain. Paula Pedroza on the outside, gets the fend. It's a fight between her and Naomi Amaguni, and one could argue Amaguni won that one.
Again, tigerish defense from the Kenyan Lionesses.
Nyachio with the feed, flying high, and then the setup. Half a maul.
Tackle!
The referee
only
saying
needs a knee on the ground, and it has to go to ground.
Knee has gone to ground. They got to go. Now, Nyachio opting to go for boot, and she's alone. There is no sweeper for Argentina back there. Knock on off the body, so play on and then offside.
Offside by the Argentinians. They were in front of the lady that had kicked it. A tackle comes in from Sofia Gonzalez. A smile between the two ladies. Lovely to see. All in good spirit.
A smile, a hug. Didn't think the play was off Sofia Gonzalez. Referee's whistle had gone.
Bind.
Just dropping her shoulder, making her presence known on this field. Now, Argentine ball. They want to get back onto the board as quickly as they possibly can to get themselves back in this game.
Leading with the forearm. Leading with the forearm.
Again, these unforced errors going against Argentina at the moment. We saw them put in a couple of hits against Colombia, and that's forward.
few errors creeping into this final. I think both groups tentative with the final, making mistakes that we didn't see in the lead up to this game.
And it is just the pressure of the type of game that this is. You want to get the win. You want to be at the top of that the tally for the cumulative points to go into next weekend and then into Poland. A lot on the line. Core series qualification up for grabs. The flick inside to Andrea Moreno.
Release.
Hunting in threes always, the Argentines. Now the straightening, stepping, not exactly going anywhere with the step, but ball does come out on the other side. Azul Medina, they've got advantage, the Argentines.
Offside.
Got to be behind the last man or last lady's foot at that ruck situation. Kenyans just guilty of creeping forward.
Kenya showing their attacking prowess, or their prowess both on attack and defense, making the hits, their one-on-one tackles when they do need to. Getting into the faces of the Argentines. Now it's a foot race. Escalante versus Sharon Alma. Escalante showing some of her football skills. Definitely learned that in the streets of Argentina. Aguila's rugby club player gets a miracle boot to that ball and gets Argentina on the board.
Often an underrated strategy, not always employed. The kick through and chase. The ball wasn't dealt with by the Kenyans on the ground, and the boot came through from Maranella Escalante. In for her fourth try. Unable to add the extra two. A crucial score here for this Argentine sevens team.
Okay, time's back on.
It's the kick through by Gonzalez, and the chase comes from Escalante.
Time's back on, please.
Coming through, the two Kenyans come down. They almost cancel each other out. And the score.
Well, that's the hooter, first half hooter, ringing in the background. 2 points the difference, and the Kenyans are very happy to just kick this ball out of Argentines, but a kick through got them on the board. Defense and attack looking really sharp for the Lionesses. Grace Okolu with the kickoff, and ball in hand for the Argentines. And now the pick up and go around that ruck area from Andrea Moreno. Referee's happy that ball's available, so Azul Medina now going through the hands and trying to create something. Oh, the tap back and then eventually onto the boot, but no control, not regaining possession, and knock on, and that's going to take the wind out of the Argentine
not
sails.
looking sharp there at all, Argentina. Not what we've been accustomed to see from them in this tournament thus far. I think it was Josefina Padellaro. They just shifted that ball on, giving good field position now to the Kenyan Lionesses.
Now Chow with the feed, and then the switch play, the change of direction, taking it upon herself, and the lineup was good, and another knock on. So breath of relief, breath of just relief for the Argentines there at the moment, trying to just get ball back.
You've got to think another wasted opportunity here for Kenya. Looking around, uncertain as to what to do. Finals rugby can do things to people. Saw them so calm and assured against the South Africans, where they won 19-15 in that semi-final, did Kenya.
Set.
Fresh legs on the park now for Argentina. And the contact areas in this match just feel like they've gone up a notch. Fighting her way through the contact was Pedroso, rather was Moreno, and
good stepping.
Coming back on the inside, ball going through the hands. Chamorro eventually brought down by the defense. Very, very flat on the attack from the Argentines, and Gonzalez eventually setting up the next phase. Moreno sizing up her options, choosing route one. Being held up, she's got to fight to ground. She's trying to hang and get low.
To her knees.
Sorry.
Incredible.
Ball first.
You could see her trying to get to her knees, hanging her legs, as if the legs and knees were touching, but the Kenyans were holding her up, showing incredible strength.
That's just pure strength.
Extraordinary.
So, contact area, so good. We said the contact just feels a little bit at a high intensity in this final. I think hoping gravity was going to get her knees to ground. Okomu, Judith Okomu is very dangerous in these areas, and she slipped one. Got away from her opposite number, Maria Chamorro, and Judith Okomu. We said she's been quiet, but Padelaro, in all of her efforts, are not going to be enough. Judith Okomu stretches the lead, 12 points to 5.
Oh, she's going to be happy with that, Judith Okomu. From that scrum half position, yes, she's run all of 80 meters. She's out of breath. She's got in for a second try of the tournament, and it's an important one to stretch that lead. Didn't get the 2. It would have been important to get that 2 to give some breathing space. But here, straight from the scrum, she goes open side, and there's no defense, and away she runs, despite the desperate attempt from Padelaro.
Yeah, Chao goes for the very deep restart, and they won't mind that. They're keeping the Argentines camped in their own 22.
That's a magnificent drop kick and restart there by Kenya, getting it onto the grass and getting it behind the Argentinian players.
You might be wondering what the thoughts are in the Argentine coach's mind. Noel Garcia, what tactics is he trying to employ? 3 minutes, more than enough time to get themselves back into this contest.
Oh, a game of 7s, that's a lot of time.
Oh my word. Everything going wrong.
Errors creeping into the game for Argentina. We saw them come under pressure from Colombia. They won that game 10 points to 5 in the semi-final. On day one, they did not concede a single try, winning 60-0 against Mexico. In fact, they did one against Thailand, 22-7.
Crouch. Bind. Come up. Up.
The referee just
Bind on this side.
on the reset,
Crouch.
but all the while,
Bind.
time ticking away on the clock. 2.5 minutes left in this final, the very first HSBC Sevens Challenger Series competition of the year, right here in Cape Town. And Judith Okomu, I mean, like a hot knife through butter, sliced the defense of the Argentines wide open, and it was all set up by Snyder Nachau, who just went on an arcing run, creating the space for Judith Okomu to go in for her second.
Missed the kick. Beyond belief here from the Kenyans. Everything going according to plan. For the ladies dressed in green, it's that wide arcing run that you speak about, and then there she goes, straight through Judith Okomu. It just gives a little daylight between them and Argentina. 12 points the difference.
90 seconds left on the clock. Argentina's got to find something, and they've got to find it very, very quickly. They haven't had much possession to speak of, and the possession that they have had in hand, the defense of the Kenya Lionesses completely getting in their faces and sucking up time and energy. Someone's got to get through with a bit of a break. Ball security is key, though. You don't want to do something out of the ordinary. Gonzalez with the switch back on the inside, and this could be something. Diaz, the offload to Delgado, and Candela Delgado is going to go over for the all-important try, but they got to get a kicker in there quickly. Only 48 seconds left on the clock. Got to get over, got to make the kick and get back as quickly as possible.
Now all the ladies retreating as quickly as they can to get back to that halfway line to restart this game. The kick is good. What a wonderful try from the Argentinians. They needed that desperately, and they delivered when the pressure was on.
Now 5 points the difference. Kenya only leading by 5, 17 seconds left on the clock. What do Argentina have up their sleeves? That is one of the tricks. Get ball back in hand, have ball in hand, and is that a high tackle? Is that potentially?
Forward pass.
Oh, no.
It's gonna, there goes the halftime hooter now. The scrum has already been awarded, so it's got to be played. Argentinians have got to try to turn this ball over.
I just thought there was the grab on the collar. That would have been the high tackle. Was it a high tackle? It would have gotten the penalty and it would have been Argentina ball. Now the forward pass called, and you can imagine, win the ball, kick it out, and crown yourself the victors. The Kenya Lionesses have been absolutely perfect this weekend. They've done everything right. Argentina, though,